Right now at 10, conflict over cannabis. Houston County residents and business owners react to a potential moratorium on THC sales. And the future of La Crosse School District is the focus of a moderated discussion between the superintendent and a Northside community leader. Plus, protecting milk. A Wisconsin senator is introducing a bill aimed at keeping labels of food products accurate to their ingredients.
Watching WKBT La Crosse. This is News 8 Now at 10.
Good evening and thanks for joining us for News 8 Now at 10. I'm Ken Kozarowski. In Minnesota, Houston County officials are considering a temporary moratorium on the sale of THC products made from legal hemp plants. That means temporarily banning the sale so county officials can study licensing, rules, and sale management. News 8 Now's Emily Haugen explains how the community is reacting.
On Tuesday, Houston County Board Commissioners took feedback from the public on the proposed THC moratorium.
You're putting more health risk by taking this away from the community than by leaving it in place.
Most of the people who spoke were against it. Jason Redman, who owns the CBD shop in Caledonia, says he's seen a lot of success since THC products were legalized.
Yeah, they get more relief from Delta products than they seem to get from the medication that they're prescribed.
He worries that moratorium will damage his business and the local economy.
I'll either have to shut down or I will barely be able to make a living just selling CBD stuff because it's just not as popular as the Delta stuff.
Only a few community members spoke in favor of the moratorium. Susan Link, who lives in Caledonia, was one of them.
People tend to think if it's legal, it must be okay.
She said she worries adult access to THC products would set a harmful example for area kids.
We already have so many other substance abuse problems in our society that we don't need to increase the accessibility and create more dependence upon substance.
Redman argues keeping area kids in check should be up to the parents. This proposal comes as the state is working on its own plan for cannabis. Now, Minnesota Democrats pledged earlier this year that they would legalize marijuana in 2023. As introduced, the bill is nearly 250 pages, and it's a lot to get through. But within these pages are details on taxing, licensing, and even retail location.
Once it's done, once they read it, I think all their questions will be answered and all the policies and regulations will be put into place for them.
Now, if all of this goes into effect, local governments can't stop people from having the product. But if local governments are conducting studies or want to make reasonable restrictions, they'd be allowed to regulate cannabis businesses like CBD Stop until 2025. Link believes restrictions would benefit the community.
In particular, we don't want that to become the social norm.
Just up the road, Redman hopes the moratorium doesn't happen.
But I do believe that they have the option to decide for themselves what medication they'd like to take.
For now, the decision is up to the county. In Caledonia, Emily Haugen, News 8 Now.
Thanks very much, Emily. The Board of Commissioners say a decision on the moratorium will come in a couple of weeks. All right, time to switch it up, talk some weather with Chief Meteorologist Bill Grahl.
Well, March 1st, start of meteorological spring, which, by the way, includes March, April, and May. Astronomical spring, if you follow that calendar, starts in about 3 weeks, March 20th to be specific this year. Hey, look at the temperature contrast today. Almost spring-like down to the south. 52 today in Prairie du Chien, 55 in Boscobel, 45 in Viroqua, 44 here in La Crosse, but 37 in Eau Claire. Skies are cloudy, and that was a bummer because Venus and Jupiter were very, very close together in the western sky. Of course, we couldn't see it because of the cloud cover. They'll still be pretty close over the next several evenings, but tonight was kind of the peak of that conjunction, so to speak. But here's why we couldn't see them. Cloud cover all across the upper Midwest or the tri-state area as that area of low pressure moves out. Still some snow showers over towards Green Bay. Current temps 28 in Eau Claire, 34 in Winona, 36 here in La Crosse, 33 in Viroqua, and 38 in Boscobel. So mainly cloudy tonight, a little breezy. Overnight lows in the 20s for most. Some teens, though, to the north, mid to upper teens. We'll be around 27 in La Crosse. Schoolcast for tomorrow, mostly cloudy sky, 27 at 7 a.m., 34 by lunchtime. Afternoon highs around 39 degrees. And boy, get used to that cloud cover. I've got plenty of cloudy days in store over the next 8 days, but I'll let you know if anything's going to fall from those clouds in my 8-day forecast in just a few minutes.
All right, thanks a lot, Bill. Back on the news side of things, La Crosse education and community leaders made the future of public education the focus of a community discussion tonight. La Crosse School District Superintendent Aaron Engel and Biz News Greater La Crosse publisher Vicki Markison discussed La Crosse's declining enrollment and budget issues and how to use education to unite the community. Markison says the district needs to be more transparent and trustworthy when communicating to the public. She says the $195 million referendum brought thousands to the ballot, but if district members want to help fix district issues, it's going to take engagement beyond just the ballot.
There is a public out there that wants to be engaged, and so they're asking, what's the next step? How does that long-term plan get formed? We need people to step up.
We put so much information out there, and people have to engage with that information as well themselves, and so when we have a website for our referendum out there, we hope that people seek that out.
Engel says the district is forming a facility advisory committee this spring with community stakeholders to try and help work through district challenges. Anyone interested in being a part of that committee or attending those future meetings should email the district. Tomorrow, the Tomah Area School District is holding a Q&A session about an operational referendum, which will be on the April ballot. It asks voters if they can exceed their revenue limit by $2.5 million to maintain school facilities and programs. Sessions start at 7 in the evening at the Robert Cupper Learning Center. A committee studying policing in La Crosse County is getting closer to submitting recommendations to the full county board. The death of George Floyd motivated the county board to approve a study on policing back in November 2021. Since last March, former board chairwoman Tara Johnson and local police officers, public defenders, and community members have been meeting monthly to research current practices across local departments. Johnson says the group is likely to recommend that the county form a commission to ensure policing practices countywide are fair to all groups.
The intersection between policing and marginalized populations, making sure that policing is done fairly, is done equitably, that it is transparent, that it is consistent.
Of course, the question for that group is still, what does that commission look like? Who would be on it? And what standards would they hold county police departments to? Now, any recommendations will first go to the county board's Judiciary and Law Committee, and then with potential amendments, it would then go to the full county board for approval. The Liberal candidate for Wisconsin's Supreme Court race says she would recuse herself from any case the state Democratic Party would bring before the bench. The Dems have given Janet Protasewicz's campaign $2.5 million in the election that will decide the court's majority, creating a potential conflict of interest for the Milwaukee County judge if she were to win the April election. However, Protasewicz added she would not recuse herself from cases involving abortion or legislative redistricting, two issues she has been vocal about in her campaign. She says her decision would only apply to cases the Democratic Party officially tries, not cases brought by others who are supported by Democrats. Her conservative opponent, Dan Kelly, seen there, did not promise to recuse himself from cases the GOP might bring forth. The FDA recently proposed guidance saying things like nut or soy milk can continue being called milk. U.S. lawmakers are fighting back on that, including Wisconsin Senator Tammy Baldwin. She's helping push bipartisan legislation called the Dairy Pride Act. It would require non-dairy products made from nuts, plants, and algae to no longer be labeled with dairy terms. Baldwin says dairy farmers work hard to produce dairy products that meet standards for nutrition and quality.
These plant-based products have no such demands placed on them. And yet when you go to a dairy case, you'll see things called almond milk or soy milk or oat milk. And I think it leads to an implication that there's somehow nutritional equality there. There's not at all.
Minnesota Senator Tina Smith is a co-sponsor of that bill. Still ahead, relief for Americans with diabetes. A major pharmaceutical company is cutting costs for insulin for people with and without insurance. And kicking a smoking habit just got easier. Wisconsin's Quitting Helpline just put new tools in place to help smokers get support.
This time of year has many different names. We call it Showtime. It's when there's work to be done and fun to be had. Plus, it's time for spring bonus offers at your Northland Ford dealers, where you can save big on a Ford SUV to make it all happen. Start the season off right with 0% financing for 36 months, plus $1,000 in open trade assist on select Ford SUVs. It's showtime. Now for a limited time only, get 0% financing for 36 months, plus $1,000 in open trade assist on select Ford SUVs. Only at your Northland Ford dealers.
I've practiced personal injury law for 4 years.
For 20 years.
For 32 years.
But I won't write your will.
I don't write contracts.
And I don't handle divorces.
The law profession is broad and complex. I focus my career on one thing:
helping injured people.
All I do every day
is help injured people get the compensation that they deserve.
At Bygoff and Rohde, that's how we get results.
A Stressless is your place, a place to relax, a place to unwind, and it's on sale now at Drury's in Fountain, Minnesota. Right now, you can save hundreds with a free leather upgrade on any Stressless recliner, sofa, or sectional. Or you could save $300 off Stressless Mike and Max power recliners with a soft rocking motion that provides instant comfort. Stressless, the most comfortable seating in the world, on sale now at Drury's in Fountain, Minnesota. Voted your favorite furniture store.
Relief is coming for diabetes patients paying high costs for insulin. A major drug maker is cutting prices and expanding a cap on costs for those with and without insurance.
We're taking the next step to make getting affordable insulin less complicated.
This ad from Eli Lilly announces its new pricing for insulin, capping out-of-pocket costs for diabetes patients at $35 a month. The company will slash prices of its most commonly prescribed insulins by at least 70%.
How badly is this needed?
1 out of 4 people on insulin have needed to ration their insulin, meaning not taking the recommended doses. That puts their health at risk because of the high costs.
The move comes amid pressure from lawmakers and patient advocates as insulin prices more than tripled over the past 2 decades, soaring to hundreds or even over $1,000 a month for the essential drug. President Biden criticized the escalating costs Tuesday.
1 in 10 Americans has diabetes. Every day, millions need insulin to control their diabetes and to stay alive.
The president released a statement about Wednesday's development that says it's a big deal and it's time for other manufacturers to follow.
The American Diabetes Association says 37 million Americans have diabetes and 8 million require insulin.
The association says low-income Americans are more likely to develop the disease, so price reductions of insulin are especially necessary. Wendy Gillette, CBS News, New York.
In January, the federal government started applying a $35 cap for insulin for those on Medicare. Well, if you're thinking about quitting smoking or chewing tobacco, there is even more help to kick the habit. The Wisconsin Tobacco Quit Line is expanding its free services. Starting today, if you don't want to do a phone call with a quitting coach, you can text them or chat with them online. When you do reach out for help, you're talking to real people, not a chatbot.
The great thing about the Quit Line is there are people on the other end of the line that have been there, that understand, and that can fill that gap of being there for you when you need a friend to reach out to.
If you want to text a quit coach, send READY to 34191. Wisconsin residents 13 and older can use the Quit Line. There's also a Quit Line for teens who want to quit vaping. After the break, pandemic-era food share benefits are ending after 3 years, and Ford applied for a patent that would allow their vehicles to repossess themselves if owners don't make payments on time.
And I'm Chief Meteorologist Bill Grahl. Boy, it's been some great news this winter of all the storm systems dumping lots of rain and snow out west, putting a nice little dent in those significant drought conditions out there. But I'm going to be tracking this storm system across the country over the next 48 hours. I'll let you know where it goes with my 8-day forecast up next.
What you see is important. That makes quality eye care important too. Get personalized care from experienced optometrists at Shopko Optical. Better eye care. You'll see. Don't need glasses. See us for your contacts and save on your annual supply.
The 988 Suicide and Crisis Lifeline is here and ready to help. Anyone in Wisconsin can call, text, or chat to get connected to a trained 988 counselor. Trained counselors are here to support anyone experiencing a suicidal, mental health, or substance use crisis. You can also contact 988 if you're concerned about someone. 988 is confidential and free to all Wisconsin residents. 988 24/7. Call, text, chat. Here to support you.
At Batteries Plus, we do more than replace batteries and fix phones and tablets. We help our neighbors power their lives. Need a phone fixed? We got it. Get powered in-store, curbside, and at batteriesplus.com.
Extremist Dan Kelly wants abortion banned, even in cases of rape, incest, and the health of the mother. For years, Kelly was on the payroll of a radical anti-abortion group working to take away women's rights. On the court, Kelly will uphold Wisconsin's 1849 criminal abortion ban that strips women of their freedom to make personal decisions on abortion. Dan Kelly, an extremist who doesn't care about us.
Allergy sufferers. Bedtime means it's time to take Zysol. Zysol relieves allergies while you sleep, so you wake refreshed. Plus, it works faster than Claritin, and on first dose, provides the same relief as Zyrtec in a pill nearly half the size. Be wise all, take Zysol at night.
Goodbye mild February, hello snow this week.
When severe weather is coming.
Now we do have that winter storm warning in effect for everybody.
We warn you first.
We are taking a live look here from our first warned storm runner.
It's what we do.
Showing ground truth as to what is going on.
You can see on the roads it's not safe, it's very slushy.
To keep you safe.
Make sure you allow plenty of extra time, slower speeds.
We are First Warn Weather.
Make sure you check our website and our weather app.
Expect more.
What you see is important. That makes quality eye care important too. Get personalized care from experienced optometrists at Shopko Optical. Better eye care. You'll see. Shopko Optical welcomes more insurance plans than ever. Call to book an exam and verify coverage.
20th Annual Early Bird Home Show. Lowest prices of the year on 2023 projects. Only at the Board Store Home Improvements. 524 Copeland Avenue, La Crosse. Get started today.
Pandemic-era food benefits are now gone. For the past have been getting roughly $90 more a month than usual. The hunger relief program is now over. Congress voted to end the pandemic emergency benefits. Now, experts estimate the government is cutting about $3 billion per month in food stamps. Starbucks violated federal labor laws in its push to stop workers from unionizing. That's according to a ruling from a federal judge today. It just says the coffee chain showed a, quote, general disregard for the employees' fundamental rights. The case involved 21 New York Starbucks locations. The chain faced 33 labor complaints. The judge ordered the company to give back pay and damages to workers who launched national organizing efforts. Ford is applying for a patent for technology that lets vehicles repossess themselves. Get this, if owners ignore warnings about missed payments, the system inside the cars will disable features like GPS, air conditioning, cruise control, and the radio. They're even adding something that plays irritating sounds when the driver is in the car. Eventually, the owner could be locked out of the car. And if the owner still doesn't pay up, the vehicles could drive themselves to a spot for a tow truck to pick it up. And if repossession costs more than the vehicle is worth, it could drive itself to a junkyard. A new report shows the U.S. gender pay gap hasn't really narrowed in the past 20 years. Analysis from the Pew Research Center shows women made 82 cents for every dollar a man earned last year. That's just 2 cents more than in 2002. Pew notes that women's pay has been stuck even as they outpace men in educational qualifications. Part of the issue appears to be that women are overrepresented in lower paid occupations. And KFC is bringing back its Double Down after a nearly 10-year hiatus. So the sandwich has fried chicken serving as the buns with cheese and bacon in the middle. You can order it starting next Monday. Made its debut in 2010 and reappeared for a short time in 2014. During that first run, KFC sold 10 million Double Downs. If that's your fancy, guess just go for it. In the meantime, let's send it over to Bill for a check.
How do you eat
forecast.
it? Just grab the chicken, or does it come in like a wrapped package or something?
No, you get the seasoning on your hands.
Get all messy, huh?
Finger licking good.
There
right?
you go. That would definitely be that with that setup on that sandwich. All right, let's check the climate report for this past month of February. Of course, we're starting the new month today, so we've got all the data in for February. And guess what? It was warmer than average, it was wetter than average, and it was snowier than average. And this, by the way, follows a January that was warmer and wetter than average. So average temperature, 26.1 degrees. That is 2.8 degrees above average. Makes it the 24th warmest February on record. Precipitation, 2.19 inches, and even Steven, 1 inch above average, tied for the 10th wettest February on record. And snowfall, 11.5 inches, just under 2 inches above average. So probably not a surprise. It's been a warm year so far. Again, both January and February warmer than average. So So we'll see if things kind of balance out a little bit in March. Mother Nature has a funny way of doing that most of the time, but we shall see. All right, skies are currently cloudy. 44 the high today, average high is 38, so we're starting March above average once again. 62 and 28 below are the records. Only a couple hundredths of an inch of liquid today. But boy, we had some big old fat snowflakes at times last night and this morning for some of you. So we'll call it a trace of snow here in the Cross, but some of you did see a light coating to the north and west where temperatures were a smidgen colder. 36 cloudy out at the airport, 37 downtown, winds out of the northwest, kind of blustery. Making it feel like 28. Eau Claire, you're at 28 degrees with a wind chill of 17. So road conditions, pretty good shape across the region. Mainly wet in the Cross last night and this morning with the rain and snow showers, but watch for a few partially covered roads in terms of ice and snow from, say, Rice Lake through Rusk County over towards Rhinelander and Wausau if you have any travel plans in that direction overnight. 36 in La Crosse, but boy, a little shot of cold air to the north and west, but it's not really going to fully move across our area as temperatures right now in the 20s and 30s are going to generally drop into the teens and 20s tonight. Still kind of blustery winds, though, causing wind chills in the 20s for most. Some teens, though, to the north and to the west. So we're getting rid of this disturbance, the light snow showers and flurries moving out. Here's that strong storm system I pointed out just before the commercial break. And now, right now, most of the models track it far enough to the south and east that it's going to miss us. Some models do clip southeastern Wisconsin with some accumulating snow, though, so something to watch if you have travel plans in that direction on Friday. So there goes today's little system off to the west, mainly cloudy tonight. Maybe some partial clearing tomorrow, but definitely more clouds and sun. And then you'll see the effects of that southwestern storm. Again, this model keeps it even south of Chicago on Friday with us staying dry here in the tri-state area. So for tonight, 27, mainly cloudy, a little on the breezy side. For tomorrow, more clouds and sun. We'll call it seasonal with highs around 39. And looking ahead, 41 on Friday. Chance for some sprinkles or flurries on Saturday, and then some later day rain and snow showers on Sunday, lingering into Monday as well with highs in the low to mid 40s, though. It does look to turn a bit colder, though, through next week. In fact, by Thursday, we may be around 30 for highs with a few flurries, but no major storm systems in sight over those next 8 days.
All right, we'll take that. Thanks, Bill.
Okay.
Still ahead in sports, the Bucks are at home tonight looking for their 16th straight win, plus two of Sparta's best gymnasts. Gymnasts will be looking for a state title this weekend. Rob caught up with the duo today, and that story is next.
News 8 Now Sports is brought to you by Mayo Clinic Health System. Your health care should be unique to you. At Mayo Clinic Health System, they get to know your story and customize a treatment plan that fits your needs.
Get Cheetos for just $1.99. Thursday only at Hy-Vee. That's right. Your daily deal for Thursday is Cheetos for just $1.99. While supplies last. Only at Hy-Vee.
Get 11% off your automotive needs now at Menards. From tools and accessories to maintenance and everything in between. Wiper blades? Copy that. Motor oil? Done. Now you can tackle your automotive needs at any time of day with a new work light from Smart Electrician. This 10,000 lumen LED work light is portable, super bright, and weather resistant. Save big money and get a Smart Electrician portable work light for $48.94 after 11% rebate at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
Sit on this, sit on that, sit on this, hey, sit on that, sit on this, sit on that. Hey!
King Furniture has thousands of items in stock and ready for immediate delivery. You can see it, buy it, and enjoy your new furniture in your home today.
Sit on this, sit on that.
When you watch News 8 Now, expect something extra.
4 State Road 5th graders notice those limits.
It's not fair, so we want to make playground equipment that he can play on.
The kids got the ball rolling, but the school needs your help to make the playground fully accessible for all.
Expect community.
What started as a childhood dream,
I've wanted to own a cafe for as long as I can remember,
has blossomed into a reality.
I want them to know when they come into this space, you are protected.
Get Cheetos for just $1.99. Thursday only at Hy-Vee. That's right. Your daily deal for Thursday is Cheetos for just $1.99. While supplies last. Only at Hy-Vee.
News 8 Now Sports is brought to you by Mayo Health System. Here's News 8 Now's Rob Schiff.
It's hard to find a week busier than this one for high school athletes here in the Coulee region. High school team wrestling is wrapping up this weekend. High school playoff hoops are underway. And for our high school gymnasts, it all comes down to this weekend. And for the 4th straight year, one of Sparta's best has a chance to cap off her season as a state champion. Sparta's Ella Hemker is gearing up for her 4th straight trip to the state tournament. Hemker captured the gold medal as a junior last season in the vault competition, and now the senior has a chance to place in 3 different competitions this year. For Hemker, she says she's ready to go physically this weekend, but there are mixed emotions for the senior as she gets ready for her final trip.
This week has been a little stressful just because it is the 4th year that I've went, and it has also come with a lot of joy. That the hard work that I've put in and the time my coaches and my family has helped me get to the gym and helped me get where I am today. It's really awesome to know that I made it to state for the 4th year. My goal for every event is to really honestly have fun and be confident in the skills that I'm competing and to have a really solid last state meet.
She's always there to help other people on the team, also help them build their skills, and when we ask, hey, can you show someone this skill, she's right there helping out.
And that endorsement from head coach Lucy Bennett has never been more appropriate than this year. Sparta freshman Gabrielle Bjorkman has thrived this season as a member of the Spartans gymnastics team, and that success can culminate this weekend with a state title. Bjorkman says a lot of the credit goes to her teammate.
It's really nice to have her around, and I look up to her a lot, obviously. She's really inspired me this year and overall just made me a better gymnast. My goal this weekend is probably just to have confident vaults, just be solid, and I'm really going to enjoy watching other girls and learn what I can do better.
Individual competitions kick off this Saturday for Hemker and Bjorkman in Wisconsin Rapids. On a high school hoops now, we got our hands full Thursday night. Sectionals tipping off on the girls' side. Lots of our area teams still alive in the chase for a state title, and that next step takes place tomorrow night. Here's a quick breakdown of what we have in store for Thursday. Let's start in Division II with those tough Timberwolves. Toma, the 7th seed in that bracket. T-Wolves winning all 3 of their regional games last week. Now Toma gets set for top seed Menominee. That game will be played at Eau Claire Memorial. In Division III, West Salem clashes with Elk Mound in Arcadia, and PDC goes head-to-head with Platteville. That game will be played in Lancaster. In Division IV, Aquinas and Bangor going at it for the 2nd time this season. They'll play at Onalaska High. And in Division V, top seed Blair Taylor will clash with Hillsborough in Cashton. On to college hoops now, UWL's Ethan Anderson making some history this week. Anderson being named to the All-WIAC first team for the 4th straight season. And with that honor, the Black River Falls grad becomes the first player in UWL history to earn 4 career All-WIAC first team honors. Anderson played in all 26 games this year for the Eagles, finishing 2nd on the team in scoring at just under 12 a game. He scored in double figures 13 times this season, putting up a season-high 29 against UW-Eau Claire back in December. Bucks are the hottest team in the NBA. They were at home tonight hosting Orlando. Magic up 1 in the 2nd until Pat Connaughton knocks down the corner 3. Bucks go in front. They start pulling away later in the 2nd. Jay Crowder, same spot, same result. Milwaukee up 10 at the break, and the home team staying hot all night. Brook Lopez was feeling it. One of his 4 threes on the night. He had 18 points in this one. Bucks cruise 139 to 117. Win number 16 in a row, 45-17 on the year. They're now ahead of Boston by a half game.
Hey,
Eastern Conference.
There we go.
Let's go.
What a race in the Eastern Conference. I mean, Boston is loaded, but man, the Bucks are firing on all cylinders right now.
And we haven't even been talking about them because we've been so busy with high school sports. Maybe that's the key.
Yeah.
We kind of don't say anything, and they just keep rolling.
They just keep rolling. All right. Thanks a lot, Rob. More news right after this.
Welcome to Wesco. Welcome to huge selection and savings. Help us celebrate our anniversary with big savings. The more you buy, the more you save. Buy 1 item, save 10%. Buy 2 items, save 15%. Buy 3 or more items, save 20%. The sale is good in all departments, even carpeting. The more you buy, the more you save sale. This month only at Wesco and Sparta, where white glove delivery and setup is always free. Tell them Peyton sent you.
This time of year has many different names. We call it Showtime. It's when there's work to be done and fun to be had. Plus, it's time for spring bonus offers at your Northland Ford dealers, where you can save big on a Ford SUV to make it all happen. Start the season off right with 0% financing for 36 months, plus $1,000 in open trade assist on select Ford SUVs. It's showtime. Now for a limited time only, get 0% financing for 36 months, plus $1,000 in open trade assist on select Ford SUVs. Only at your Northland Ford dealers.
I just got the new Samsung Galaxy S23 Ultra from US Cellular. With the most powerful processor yet, it can game smoother than ever. With nightography, it can take selfies in low light. Click. And with a longer battery life and US Cellular's 5G network, it can stream my favorite shows around the clock.
Amazing. Can it go back in the bag?
Yeah, it can go back into the bank.
Okay. Did you just kiss the phone?
The new Samsung Galaxy S23. Free for everyone from US Cellular.
I kissed it? Yes.
There are so many things we take for granted, and along with them, sometimes we take the people who depend on them for granted too. How can they survive with record increases in their basic cost of living, and through no fault of their own, they're being left behind? If you or someone you know needs a hand up, our energy and water providers are working together to keep you safely in your home. You may not ask for it, but we're here to help.
A convicted felon kidnapped and raped a 15-year-old girl, abducting her off the street in broad daylight. Judge Janet Protasewicz could have sentenced him to 20 years. Instead, she put him back on our streets.
What detractors would say is you having been soft on a violent sexual crime.
I would say that that's ridiculous. Judge Protasewicz puts our families at risk, and putting her on our Supreme Court, that's what's ridiculous. Fair Courts America is responsible for the content of this advertising.
Expect more from News 8 Now. Thanks for watching.
UW Health is celebrating 30 years of a program helping pediatric patients cope with their hospital stays. It's part of a nationwide month-long event honoring child life specialists for National Child Life Month. Now, these specialists use games, music, and other activities to help kids navigate the stress and complexity of the medical issues they face in the hospital. Specialists say it's an important program because a child's best language is play.
And we actually use real medical equipment to help explain what's going to happen to them so that when they're faced with that procedure or that medical encounter, they already know what's going to happen.
Specialists use a playroom, music therapy room, and a makeup room to brighten patients' days. The program started with just 3 specialists, and they're now up to 28, offering 24/7 access for hospital patients and their families. We'll be right back to wrap things up.
Don't miss out. Ashley's new lower prices are here. And get ready, the Orange event at Ashley is coming soon. For 3 days only. Shop in store or online for the biggest event of the year. Or shop now with financing options for every budget. Only at Ashley.
I've never been afraid to express myself, to create a life I love. I worried cancer could steal my spark and become my identity. But UW Health designed custom treatments just for me. And now, my legacy, it's still in the making. Because standard, well, that's never been my style. UW Health, remarkable.
Introducing Astapro Allergy, steroid-free allergy relief that starts working in 30 minutes, while other allergy sprays take hours. Now with Astapro Fast Allergy Relief, you can Astapro and go.
This adorable shelter pet wants to meet you and your family today. The News 8 Now Pet of the Week is brought to you by Wisconsin Veterinary Orthopedics.
You've got a problem. Your furnace is not working. There's a simple fix for that. Well, simple for us. We are G&T Heating and Air Conditioning, and we are experts in fixing your furnace. We have been serving the Cooley region for over 25 years and have the best service techs in the area. They are friendly too. We service all makes and models. If you want fast, reliable service, just give us a call. We are happy to help.
Call G&T.
The best heating and air conditioning guaranteed.
When you watch News 8 Now, expect something extra.
4 State Road 5th graders notice those limits.
It's not fair. So we want to make playground equipment that he can play on.
The kids got the ball rolling, but the school needs your help to make the playground fully accessible for all.
Expect community.
What started as a childhood dream,
I've wanted to own a cafe for as long as I can remember,
has blossomed into a reality.
I want them to know when they come into this space, you are protected.
Don't miss out. Ashley's new lower prices are here. And get ready, the Orange event at Ashley is coming soon. For 3 days only, shop in store or online for the biggest event of the year. Or shop now with financing options for every budget. Only at Ashley.
Temperatures over the next 12 hours showing a morning low in La Crosse around 27 degrees. A little breezy overnight. And tomorrow 39, 41 on Friday. Mostly cloudy but dry both days. Just some sprinkles or flurries on Saturday. Later day rain and snow showers on Sunday.
All right. Thanks a lot, Bill. And thank you all for joining us tonight at 10. We'll see you tomorrow.